Welcome to your weekly ticket. Well, Black Adam finally has a new star attached to the film. Noah Centineo is set to star alongside Dwayne Johnson in DC's Black Adam. Centineo will play Atom Smasher, a character who can control his molecular structure with the ability to manipulate his size, strength, and durability. Meanwhile, Dwayne Johnson will star as the anti-hero Black Adam in his first superhero role. That's surprising. Black Adam focuses on the DC character that was first created as the arch nemesis for the hero known as Shazam. However, the character has evolved into a more complex anti-hero and has become one of DC's more prominent characters. The Warner Brothers film is set to be released in theaters on December 22nd, 2021. Gina Prince Blythewood is set to direct the TriStar Pictures film The Woman King, starring Academy Award-winning actress Viola Davis. The film is inspired by true events that took place in the Kingdom of Dahomey, one of the most powerful states of Africa in the 18th and 19th centuries. The Woman King tells the story of an army general of an all-female military unit and her daughter Nawi, who together fight the French and neighboring tribes who violated their honor, enslaved their people, and threatened to destroy everything they've lived for. And Mattel and Universal are developing a live-action movie based on the 90s hit TV show Wishbone. I love that show. The film will be produced by Peter Farley with a script by Roy Parker. Wishbone originally aired on PBS from 1996 through 2001 and followed a Jack Russell Terrier that performed famous literary moments. Mattel will be rebooting the property into a modern family-friendly comedy. Alright, today we will be highlighting modern updates to classic literature from our curated list on Fandango Now. And here to help us with a recommendation from that list is film critic and writer at the LA Times and Tribune News Service, Katie Walsh. Katie, what do you think is a good recommendation from this list?
Hey, Khail. Well, I gotta go with the number one entry on this list, which is Clueless from 1995, mostly because this movie is imprinted on my soul. I really do think that it's one of the first movies that made me become a movie fan. It's one of the first movies I remember anticipating coming out. I remember reading about it in like a 17 magazine. But it's just so smart and funny. And I love when people find out that it is based on Emma, because it feels like such a movie of its time, of the mid-90s. And it feels like so zeitgeisty, and it really captures something about teen culture at that time, but it's based on this Jane Austen book from the 19th century. And I think it really preserves the story and spirit of the book, but it also has all this great modern language. And Amy Heckerling, the writer-director, just did such a great job of like capturing the slang and even popularizing some slang. And, I love when they do a modern update of a classic that is actually feels like it's of this world, but it's like based on that story. I think it holds up, and it's just like a wonderful rewatch. I mean, I just think I could rewatch this movie every year and be happy.
Yeah, absolutely. I had no idea until this list came out that it was like literature. So what do you think makes classic literature perfect for like a teen movie?
Well, a certain stuff, especially the Jane Austen stuff, and I think like some Shakespeare stories as well, like they have such heightened emotions. And when you're a teen, you're going through a lot. Everything is high stakes. The relationships between you and your crush, or you and your friends, you and your family, like it all seems like everything is a huge deal. So I think that a lot of these stories that are coming of age stories and hero's journey stories with like a lot of emotions and things going on, like really translate to a teen coming of age movie or just like a teen culture movie. And I also just think that there's a lot of fun like side characters that you can get in a teen movie, especially in like the Shakespeare adaptations or even the Austen adaptations. There's so many fun characters that are around that lend for a really fun story. I also just want to say about the 2020 Emma, which is really fun, and you should do this, the one that stars Anya Taylor-Joy, directed by Autumn DeWilde. You can basically quote Clueless along with that movie. Like there's a great moment where you can just go, I love Josh. And you can totally like map the two movies together. I highly recommend it.
Oh my God, that's surreal.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So is there any piece of literature that you think should be kind of given that teen movie like adaptation sort of feel?
You know, I would love to see a Midsummer Night's Dream by Shakespeare done in this style. I was looking this up, and a couple years ago they did a Midsummer Night's Dream with adult cast, and they did all Shakespearean language. And I'm kind of like, I think it's cool when they do a Shakespearean language update, but I would much rather see like a cool like Euphoria style Midsummer Night's Dream. Like, it actually feels modern and like of this world and like edgy, because that piece of literature at that time was edgy and interesting and cool. And so it's like, okay, let's like actually bring this into the modern world and use the language that teens would actually use. So I think there's still an opportunity to make a Midsummer Night's Dream really cool teen movie. So
yeah, we got to get Sam Levinson on that.
I want to see Zendaya as Puck, like causing trouble among all the teens. Like that would be amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Well, thank you so much for your suggestion and your expertise. Make sure to check out Katie Walsh on her personal account, which is Katie Walsh STX.
Yes.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Great talking to you.
And because here on Weekly Ticket, we like to make sure that you're covered, here are 2 more picks from that list that are definitely worth a watch or a rewatch if maybe you didn't know some of these were based on classic literature. I didn't know half of them were. First up is the Will Gluck teen comedy Easy A.
Let me just begin by saying that there are 2 sides to every story, and this is my side. The right one.
The reimagining of Nathaniel Hawthorne's The Scarlet Letter is a contemporary high school comedy that tells the story of a scheming student who plots to give her popularity a boost by painting herself the most promiscuous girl in school. Prompted by her popular best friend to spill details of her boring weekend, Olive, played by Emma Stone, a clean-cut teen, decides to spice things up by telling a little lie about losing her virginity. When the high school busybody, played by Amanda Bynes, overhears the conversation and spreads it all over campus, Olive suddenly becomes notorious for all the wrong reasons. But if you're looking for a drama, check out O.
And I'm very proud to say this publicly. I love him like my own son.
The classic tale of Shakespeare's Othello is told from the basketball court in this high school drama. The film focuses on Odin, played by Mekhi Phifer, who is the only black student at an elite private school and dreams of playing in the NBA. When his best friend Hugo, played by Josh Hartnett, becomes jealous of all the attention he's receiving from his basketball coach dad, played by Martin Sheen, he convinces him that his girlfriend is cheating on him with another member of the basketball team. As the basketball season comes to a dramatic finish, conflict among the friends escalates into tragedy. All right, well, that's it for today. Make sure to check out the full list of 37 modern updates to classic literature. We'll leave a link below, and make sure to leave a comment and let us know which one is your favorite. I'm Khail, and I'll see you next time.